All right, guys, welcome back into another NBA DFS video. My name's Eric Paulzine with 9 to 5 Sports. Going to be getting into the top 5 core plays here for the Friday NBA DFS slate. Now, 2 out of the 3 slates have been pretty nice. Yesterday's slate went as expected, which was kind of brutal. It was tough to make a good lineup because it felt like we were forcing players into the build, paying up for players that we didn't exactly want to play. Tonight's slate should be much better than that. There are actually some additional plays, honorable mention core plays that I'll give you in this video as well because, well, I like this slate. It's going to be one that I'm going to be attacking. As always, guys, if you do enjoy this coverage, make sure to like and subscribe. That does help with the channel, which helps me be able to help you guys out more. You know, the more support you guys give, the more support I can give you guys. Also, do you just want to give a quick thank you to today's video sponsors? We got 2 of them. Sports Battle app, which is a daily fantasy sports prop-based app. Guys, I actually enjoy the prop-based bets for NBA a lot because, well, it's always changing and there's so many out there right now. For me right now, I'm posting the bets that I like for today's slate up here. Check them out. You guys can figure out which ones you want. Use the promo code 9TO5 when you download the Sports Battle app and make a deposit. Get $5 cash back on a deposit of over $50 or more. And then Stat Hero. Stat Hero is a fun daily fantasy sports app as well. They have 3 different contest types: head-to-head, pick'em, and survivor. They're all kind of the standard modes that you are familiar with. My favorite one is going to be the head-to-head one. I posted a picture of yesterday's lineups that you had to beat, and you could have easily beat that, okay, because, well, 2 of the 4 busted, okay, so you have to wait and see what their lineup is going to be like for this slate. Now let's get into the picks for today. Real quickly, because it is a bigger slate, I will be doing kind of a quick honorable mention section. So Tyler Herro is one of those guys. He is someone that averaged a DK point per minute during the preseason. He ended up starting for the Miami Heat and had a good game. I could see that happening once again for Tyler Herro. He's a play at his price point I don't mind. Jalen Green's another play at his price point. 6.1 is another play that I don't mind. He's a guy that went out and had 20 shot attempts. Now, he only made 7 of those, so his DK points weren't that high, but still, 20 shot attempts, 5 rebounds, 3 assists over 32 minutes. That's something I'll take. And in a matchup in which it's supposed to be high scoring, Jalen Green can easily go off and be part of the reason why the Houston Rockets players are going to be able to break the slate. And I'll touch on another player at the end of this video. So Kyle Kuzma is someone that had a rough preseason. We don't really need to take much out of preseason. It was nice to see that he went out and played well, over 40 DK points in game 1 at 7.1. That is a cheap price point for a guy that consistently was putting up that average of 36 DK points per game last year. Fine play. Cade Cunningham's another play that I don't mind. You could play him. I also do like Julius Randle in that same game. Julius Randle went for over 50 DK points in game 1. Detroit is not a matchup that I'm too worried about. Julius Randle should be able to go out and have a double-double, should be able to score 40 DK points. He's a fine play as well. All right, but now getting into the core plays. These are the plays in which give me the most confidence, given their price point and given their ability to 5x and also 6x. So Lauri Markkanen was a play that we were on for the last 12-game main slate. Okay, he came out and had a great game. Okay, at this price point, still, he didn't get that big of a price bump. He is still too cheap to me. Okay, he came out, shot the ball 12 times, which was great. Scored 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Like, that role should continue to be there for him. Those minutes should continue to be there for him. He should be a guy that gets you a nice, safe 5x. Thing with Markkanen is he really went off in the first half. I think he had like 25 DK points in the first half and then only ended up with like 33 DK points total. So that was kind of the worries that he didn't have as good of a second half. He could have really broke this slate, but still at 5.9, he's going to be a great price point play, a play that I still really like on this slate. So Jalen Brunson is a very interesting play because in a game in which there was overtime, he didn't score that many DK points. Okay, only 36 DK points, which in a game in overtime, I would have thought he would have scored more. But the thing with Jalen Brunson is he did get into a little bit of foul trouble early, and I think that's kind of what hindered his performance. Still, he was able to score 36 DK points. He shot the ball 18 times, which to me, I love. Okay, I love the fact that he shot the ball a ton. He was able to score 7 of those shots. We like that. He could make a few more shots in this game. Let's say he makes 10 shots, and he's easily getting to 40 DK points. He had 6 rebounds, 9 assists. So the role that we thought he would have was there. Okay, and this matchup with Detroit, once again, is not one that I'm too worried about. I think he could easily go out and have a very productive game, score 20 DK points while still having those assists, still having some of those rebounds. He should be a safe play. He's a guy that I expect to bounce back in this game. So Kevin Porter Jr. is a player that I am going to be playing a decent amount on this slate. First, it is the highest over and under on the slate at 233.5. Okay, the Memphis-Houston game is, so that already is a game that you want to be attacking. Another reason why I like Porter is that he went out and shot the ball 19 times. Now, he's able to make 9 of those shots as well, so, a decent game shooting the ball. He had 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and he played 34 minutes, okay? I just love the fact that he went off, had a great game, gets a relatively easy matchup in a game in which should be higher scoring. At 7K, he's a guy that could easily go for 40 DK points like he did in the first game, scoring 43.8 DK points. Should be a safe play, should be a very good upside play as well. And then from there, Nikola Vucevic, who in the 12-game slate video, I was very close to making him a core play. Instead, I went with Sabonis, which ended up being a big mistake. Not going to make that mistake on this slate. So Vucevic is still too cheap in my eyes. 7.5 is such a cheap price point for a guy that consistently puts up 40 DK points. Like, I feel like, especially given this matchup with Washington, not a matchup that you're worried about at all, he should be able to go off and lock in like 40 DK points. The chances of him like hurting you on this slate are very minimal, and that's why I like him. At 7.5, you can work in a lot of other players, but we are going to see that he should be able to go for 40 DK points. Like the last time he played Washington last season, and I know it's last season, but he was able to put up 40 points as well. So started off the slate or the season really well against Bam Adebayo and the Miami Heat, a matchup in which some people were worried about. He was able to get to 40 DK points. I think that's going to continue again. And then the top core play on the slate is going to be the cover boy, Jerami Grant. Now, he was someone that we were on the main slate 2 nights ago because he was simply too cheap for the role that he was going to be in. And that really turned out well. He was able to score 39.5 DK points in that game while scoring 23 real points, shooting the ball 11 times, but also had a ton of free throw attempts, 13 free throw attempts total. Obviously, we like that. He was able to get 8 rebounds, okay, which was, a pretty solid, productive game. He had 35 minutes. That is a role in which I think we are going to consistently see him be in, okay? Like, at 6K, I think we are going to be locking in a 5X return. He should easily be able to get to 30 DK points. If he can get, a few more, 35, maybe 40 DK points, he's going to be a strong play once again. And at 6K, I don't think there's that much risk with him as a play. And that's partially the reason why I really like him as a play, is because there's not that much risk associated with it. He should be able to go off and have a strong game. Another play that I don't mind as an honorable mention is Halliburton. Again, like, I think he's going to be a nice 40 DK point play as well. Just kind of tossing it in there at the end here. Trying to close out the build though. Jalen Green, going to put him in there. I think he's going to be a fine play. You could easily roll with him. And then just closing out the build. That's kind of what it looks like with the flex and utility. That'll probably change throughout the day, but just want to get that out to you guys. All right, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoy the coverage, you know what to do. Give me a like and subscribe. That helps the channel out, which helps me be able to help you guys out. Let's have a good NBA DFS slate. And as always, guys, let's keep cashing.